So let me be clear. I completely understand that when you focus on something, it creates something else. Okay? Well, I haven't been focusing on these people. I've been focusing on myself, my mental health, caring for my family, my children, the animals at this house, doing what is best, okay, based out of what understanding that I have about everything that I know, all right? I used to come on here and do certain things that I don't do anymore because it isn't my job. And I am grateful for people who do it. But this platform is about the truth, okay? Now, I'm not perfect. I'm not saying I've never lied. I do not lie to myself, though. I do not create an atmosphere that I do not enjoy. And I do not sit back and allow people to trespass against me, okay? The truth is that your mind is absolutely a beautiful tool, a place, a goodness, if you allow it, okay? I completely understand that I've made some really fucked up choices, okay? Through my PTSD, through being abused, through not having understanding, not having the wisdom, and the wisdom that I had was laid in the Bible. In the Bible, it says many, many things, but what ended up happening was I started actually reading it, okay? After my dad walked out on me, all right? I decided that the person I was married to wouldn't be there for me, and I knew that this being, at least at that time that I called a God or the God, would protect me, would help me, would heal me. And through the process of what I did, and through the understanding I had at that time, I gave myself to that word, okay? As time has gone on, and it took about 7 or 8 years, by the way. I used to staunchly not eat pork. I wouldn't eat those things not because of anything, whatever. And I realized that the commandments were just that. They were just things that you shouldn't do that weren't good for your body. It took me a long time to get to that point. In fact, while I was in my last relationship, my last partnership, an actual partnership, I did not force my will, okay? And I learned how not to do that. I don't ingratiate myself upon you, but for some reason, people will use the same words that I used for love. And they will go to church every Sunday, and they will violate your peace. They will aggress you, okay? Especially the people in groups, okay? I have been raised in the church. I've been manipulated by the church. I have loved and adored people that I have gone to church with. I have had people in the church who have absolutely 1,000% been there for me. Okay? And were the same inside of church as they were on the outside of church. I am not concerned about whether or not they will get away with this, because they won't. Okay? Nothing that anyone is doing right now will they get away with it. And I could tell you the truth is, I personally blamed myself for a lot of things that took place in my life. And in personally blaming myself, I found myself in a position where I was being held accountable for a car accident I wasn't even in. I was the owner of that vehicle, okay? The person driving it was my husband. There were 2 other vehicles that ended up running my husband's car over, our vehicle over, technically my vehicle. And I did not have it registered, okay, in anyone else's name but my own. But I didn't register it in the new state that I lived in because I was still scared, okay? I was still scared of the people and what they had done to me. And I'm not even talking about the assault done by strangers. I'm talking about what was done by someone who I called husband at some point. That vehicle in our relationship was given to me. Yes, I did not have to pay for it, but I definitely paid for it. All right? I've been stalked. He put a tracking device on my vehicle. He knew everywhere I was going and everything I was doing. And prior to that, originally, he was tracking me by key fobs. I wasn't hiding. I wasn't doing things that he wasn't aware of. But he was acting as if I was doing something, and he started spreading rumors and lies about me because he didn't want people to see him. And I didn't do what I should have because I was scared. And I wasn't scared tonight to call the cops. And I'm not scared now, okay? Like I said in my little clip, I was hurt. I was hurt that the police officers who told me that if they went past my vehicle, that they would get in trouble, and that would be when they gave the warning. He not only took wood from my piles and put it in her burn pile, but he also walked directly through my property. The claims by her now, which are the opposite of her claims last time and the time before, well, not the last time they spoke to her, because the second time I was told that. Okay? I asked these police officers quite a few questions. And now I am going to be using part of my birthday to be dealing with this. All right? Your birthday is an important day. Your birthday is precious because it's when you arrived on this earth. Okay? Your birthday is your creation day in the sense that you have a very, very good thing to do. I'm not allowing this to continue in my life. And this has pushed me to have to do things that are completely unnecessary because she's lying about me again. She's lying to the police. Yeah, I know I stand staunchly on lying. So I had to remove that shit from my life. Anything that I was lying to myself about, I had to deal with to be what I wanted, which is to have justice, and justice healthily. Do not give your power away. Ever. Or you will be crawling from the ground to grab it. But you know what will help you? Being truthful. Because liars don't heal. I will be 46 years old tomorrow. There are so many good things happening in my life that I am thankful for, and I am still thankful for this. You have a right to live your life, an inalienable, I love that word, inalienable right to live your life, however you choose. I am not boxed into a corner. What I am is someone who have to go out on their birthday, okay, to go handle this. And that is what the situation is. The way you think about yourself is significantly important. How you direct your anger, how you direct your hurt, how you direct your love even, is up to you. I learned how to not to force my will. I learned how to truly love because I love myself. I stayed calm. I stayed collected. And even though I am still shaking, I want you to know this for certain. I still haven't cried yet. I've had a couple of moments where I wanted to, but I haven't cried yet. You do not need to fear yourself if you have control over your thoughts. And religion is a tool to keep you confused, to make you feel like you are not accomplished, that you don't know anything, that only God can know it. Well, let's be real. When you read those words and you say Lord, say law instead. It'll make a lot more sense. And when you read those words about the Christos, remember you have a thorny crown inside your own head. You have a choice. You have a choice to give your power away, or a choice to walk through whatever mess that is in your way. And yeah, PTSD keeps you from a lot of shit. It really does. But it doesn't need to control every aspect of your life. And there is a way to be free. And there is a way to build your brain back up. And there is a way to stop being afraid. And I know a lot of things about my property right now I'm not going to mention because my windows are open, because I had to turn my air conditioner off, because it is overheating. But I was able to do everything that I needed to do with the money I had at hand. And I was going to go get a lottery ticket today. But now I'll have $3 for a cigar. I get 2 of them, actually. And tomorrow's my motherfucking birthday. And I'm a powerful being. Whether I feel like it all the time or not doesn't matter. Because if I think I am, I am. So yeah, sometimes the mess does belong to you. But it's just time to deal with it and to stop ignoring it. Because turning the other cheek doesn't last. Because they want the other one. And they'll take whatever else they can take. And just because you hear the word Christian, you should really look into what that word actually means. Really look into real history and what that actually means. And what people have actually done to other people to destroy their languages. Not just this thing you call colonization. All of it has been done. All of it can be undone. And I am doing that in my life. And 2 days from now, I've got a freaking, well, technically 2 days from now, I've got an appointment first thing in the morning. Because I still need to go see a therapist. And I still need to be able to talk to somebody. Do I love that? No, I don't. But what I do love is this. The opportunity to be healthier. The opportunity to be able to tell somebody what I'm going through. To have it documented. To have my courage documented. To have my strengths documented. Alongside what has been done to me and these children and this family because of other people's choices and their bad behavior. It is do no harm, take no shit for a reason. Good day.